everyone, Jessica Morgan here with QuickCast 24/7. Oh wow, this one is heartbreaking and kind of chilling. So listen. 26-year-old Duncan Okindo from Kenya says he was promised a customer service job in Thailand. He took the flight, his first trip overseas, and then, he says, he was abducted at the airport and taken over the border into a fortified compound on the Myanmar-Thailand border called KK Park. He describes it like, quote, fortified like it was meant for war, guarded by heavily armed men. Inside were hundreds of people, all forced to work at computers. Duncan says the place was run by criminal gangs and set up to commit fraud at scale. Now here's the thing. He and others were running scams that targeted people mainly in the US 1 scheme, focused on real estate agents. Duncan says he'd trawl listings on sites like Zillow to find agents, then pose as a wealthy investor like a cattle rancher in Texas or a soybean farmer from Alabama to gain trust and push fake cryptocurrency investments. It's a scam type called pig butchering, where victims are groomed over days or weeks until they're convinced to send money. He told Reuters that ChatGPT was the most used AI tool in the compound, helping scammers sound American, use local expressions, and even answer tricky questions on the fly. If an agent asked about crypto or the housing market, Duncan would feed the question into the chatbot and use the response to sound convincing. He said the bosses gave scripts and daily targets, at least 2 real estate victims to get to deposit money each day, while keeping conversations going with around 10 clients. OpenAI told Reuters it actively works to identify and disrupt scam-related misuse of ChatGPT and that the model refuses requests that break its anti-fraud rules. Still, Duncan and others say the AI made the scams much more efficient. And it gets worse. Workers who failed targets were reportedly humiliated, beaten, even shocked with electric batons. When there was a win, the bosses forced everyone to celebrate by pounding drums. Duncan says his dignity was reduced to ashes. He eventually left in April after Thailand cut power to KK Park and other scam compounds, which forced the captors to release some workers. Since coming home to Kenya, Duncan says he's faced stigma, money problems, and even threatening phone calls from people he believes are linked to the cartels. Reuters couldn't fully independently verify every detail, but HAART Kenya, an anti-trafficking group involved in his rescue, confirmed he was among Kenyans freed earlier this year. Reuters also spoke to anonymous Burmese men who said ChatGPT transformed their work too, especially in romance scams where AI-generated messages and poems helped them court dozens of victims at once. So yeah, this story kind of shows how AI tools can be twisted into powerful tools for harm and how human lives get destroyed in the process. I just can't believe how far these networks will go. That's it from me for now. Stay safe out there, and if you're new here, subscribe to get latest news. I'm Jessica Morgan with QuickCast 24/7. We'll see you soon.